Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a good trading day or trading week so far. This is Thursday, the 11th of January. This is CPI day, and I just wanted to cover a trade utilizing the candle filter that I just finished a little bit ago on the NASDAQ here. So I've taken two trades today. I took one on EU this morning and then one on NASDAQ this afternoon. So this is the 15-minute chart here. You're gonna have to excuse all my markups here, but I've got previous week high, previous week low, some of the day's highs and lows previously. I've got liquidity areas marked up. I mean, you see some previous ones here. There's one here. So I also had, again, not knowing which way things were going to go. DXY looks like it's been ranging for the past couple of days. So I had, liquidity marked up here. I had liquidity marked up here. I had it marked up here. And then as you can see, this blue line that extends back here, I had this area marked up as well. So this guy, I guess it doesn't really matter now. So anyway, this guy is the one that hit today, in the sense that when this liquidity area was swept with this candle, we got this next 15-minute candle that was kind of like, let me see what's going on here. We might have something here. And then some upward movement. And then of course, I'm watching the candle formation at that point. And then, because if you guys know the candle filter rules, because this candle here closed inside this swept liquidity area, then obviously we're going to put the fib on at that point and then see what happens from there. Again, looking at the chart, let me draw your eye to this here. So again, I'm on the 15-minute chart. We are heavily down in discount. Touching on this real quick, because somebody just asked me, I think yesterday, what is this that you use? This is an indicator by Lux Algo. It's called Smart Money Concepts. There's a bunch of things that it can do and turn on, and for you, I turn everything off except I come down to the very bottom and I click the zones. When you click the zones, it will dynamically mark up your discount area, your premium area, and your equilibrium area. So it's the same thing as if you took, your fib and you marked up from the highs to the lows. That's exactly what's happening. And that's, if you look at the chart now, this is what it's actually doing. So if I extend the 15 and I look, it's taking my high and my low. Again, if I were to draw a fib on it, and it's just marking those out dynamically for me. So that way I can see right where I'm at on the chart. I know right now I'm in discount. I mean, obviously you can look at this and tell, but I know I'm in discount, which is huge plus. That's what you want to be in. Obviously for me, the lower you can be, the better. So when I saw this and I saw the candle start moving up, putting the fib on it, I'm getting excited because we're in discount on the 15, which means when I go lower to get an entry, I'm already going to be in discount there. So again, going back to the 15, got your liquidity area that's swept. Candle forms above that liquidity area. Again, in this case, above. Put your fib on it. This is your 12 o'clock candle here. And then you're going to begin to hunt on the next candle that forms here. So let me jump down to, I was actually on the 2-minute. And then we go from there. So this is actually your 12:15. I'm on the 2-minute here. Let me jump to the 1 and we'll switch it up. So 12:15 candle is right here. This is the start of the next 15-minute candle. So your fib is already drawn out. This is what it looks like even before all this forms. So at this point, the fib is out, and then you have to decide, okay, do you want to target the 0.5? Do you want to target any of these OTE levels? Do you want to do your own thing and maybe come off a fair value gap, come off a breaker, come off an order block? How do you want to enter? I like to use the OTE levels. I actually used to use the 61.8 and the 70.5, but I had somebody on, can't remember if it was X or YouTube, that mentioned, he said, hey man, I've had better results entering off the 0.5, and then letting it go from there. And then which made complete sense to me because there's been so many times that it has come down, not came down to this area, but came down and hit the 0.5 or right around there or a little bit under, and then it just took off and left me. I'm just like, So I have been putting my entries at the 0.5 and letting it go from there. So as you can see, it came down, hit the 0.5, came down, came up again, came down some more. Again, this is the 1 minute. Let me get out of the 1 minute and go to the 2 here. And so it was a little bit of a drawdown, but I wasn't really worried because, again, I just, I thought this was going to be a fabulous trade because we just swept liquidity on the 15. We're so low. Could it have gone down further? Sure. But again, the way the 15-minute candles were reacting, especially the way that this guy formed, and then especially the way he formed, I thought, okay, we're going to probably be going back up at this point, which is why I went ahead, marked it up, and got in. So I'm back on the 2. I've got my buy limit set at the 0.5, and then when it hit there, of course, I'm in at that point. Now, you guys may have noticed on X, what I am starting to do a lot also is draw out my fib projections. So starting from here and looking at that displacement, that put me, with this, and then of course, with it coming down here and the displacement, that maps this area out here. And then of course, I'm taking these two areas and I'm looking and I'm seeing, do these line up with other areas of liquidity, other areas of imbalance? And you've got an imbalance area here, which is what I was targeting, just this little gap right here. And then you've also got internal liquidity sitting right here that you could target as well. So I honestly didn't even look at that. I was looking at the imbalance, like where's the next imbalance area, because I'm trying to shoot for above equilibrium, even though this was. I honestly did not even see this, wasn't looking. But either way, they both hit. So, but I had targeted this imbalance area here. So anyway, comes down, hits my OTE level, starts going, and then it's just a matter of just letting it ride at that point. Could move your stop to break even. Some people do that, highly recommended. And then some people will move and trail their stop as it's going. I am one that does that. I can't comprehend. I know some people do, but I've seen people that will set their stop loss to break even, let it go, and then let it come all the way back down and hit. When if you're so far high up, I mean, at least trail your stop and get something is my opinion, but that's just me. So, but anyway, liquidity swept, candle filter rules is put the fib on the candle, and then take off from there. And of course, I'm targeting something above EQ, and again, these areas kind of lined up with that, looking for either an imbalance area or the next area of liquidity, which is what ICT teaches, and both of these areas fall into that. And you can see it's just kind of messing around right now in the 2 minute, but that was my area. This is my little bag I drew, or more pulled out. I've got like a little bag, a suitcase sometimes I use. Sometimes it's a cocktail class. So all these are in trading view, just my little target area I like to put up there. And it hit beautifully. So I hope you guys are having a great time using this. Again, it's a very powerful model. You may have found during the last week of December, even last week of January, because those weeks are kind of iffy. I remember there were a couple of days, I think 2 or 3 days, that there was no setup at all. If you were looking at the candle filter just entirely. And that's okay. Again, that's just where the patience comes in. It's where just waiting for the setup to happen and just not being antsy trying to get into a trade and feeling like you have to get, a couple trades a day in each day. Some of the top people that I follow on Twitter or on X and YouTube, they're taking one setup a day, maybe a couple setups a week, and that's it. There's actually one guy in London that I follow. he trades maybe once a week or maybe 2 or 3 times a month. But man, when he does trade, it's just like they're bangers. I mean, it's just unreal. So anyway, just letting you guys know this was what the NASDAQ trade looked like today. I did trade one on EU, not using the candle filter. That was just a basic 2022 model. Did pretty well on that one. And, you just got to, again, the main thing is don't chase the trade. Don't chase the setup. Wait for the setup to present itself to you. Wait for the market to present its hand to you. Don't go chasing it. These days, or this day, meaning CPI, we got PPI tomorrow, FOMC. These days used to scare the snot out of me. They don't anymore because it's just a matter, maybe it's just a maturity thing in trading and being in it, the time that I have. It's just a matter of just waiting for the trade and not trying to chase those 50-point, 100-point, 200-point runs and just blowing your account to pieces, which is what's happened to me in the past. I've been there and done that. Dumbest thing you can do. So just make sure you don't do that. Just get your model that you're using, whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's the 2022 model, whether it's using the candle filter, whatever it is, and just be patient and wait for the setup. If you even want to set alerts in TradingView, if you got certain points of interest areas that you want to target, so you're not feeling like you're staring at the charts all day, I do that as well. And then, just go in there and just see what the market does. So again, 2 trades today. That's all I've taken. And I'm happy with both. I've got 2 wins, and one with using the candle filter, and one using the 2022 model. So, again, hope you guys are having a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up here. Hit me up on X. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Anything else that you'd like to know, please, just give me a shout. I will say this because I keep getting asked over and over. I'm not going to open up my own Discord. I'm not opening up a Telegram or any of that. It's X and YouTube is what I'll be using. And you can contact me on X, direct message. I can show you a whole list of about 50 people that have contacted me. No problems contacting me there. I will respond to you, but I'm not going to duplicate what I'm putting on X on another platform. I'm just not doing that. I don't have time for that. So, again, not trying to be nasty saying that, just simply saying I've got these 2 platforms that I'm using, and that's all I'm doing. And everybody that I follow is on one of these 2 as well. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of your day. We got PPI tomorrow. You guys be safe. Again, let the trade come to you. Don't chase it. All right, you guys be safe. I'll catch you on the next video.